Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargame Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is a Let's Build video. What are Let's Build videos and what they're all about? I take a model kit and I show you guys how to put it together. If there's any areas of concern on the sprue, as in things are numbered wrong, I'll let you guys know. If there's anything like be careful this bit because it's really flimsy and weak, again, I'll let you guys know, whether it be chains, pipes, you know, tendrils or anything like that. If you suffer with dyslexia or struggle with instructions in general, again, this is a visual way to help you guys out. If you're interested in models from a particular army, but you either have the army but not sure how hard they are to put together, or if you're just interested in starting a new army and you're interested in some of the models in the army, it's a visual way to help you guys out, guys. Now, for all my regulars here, I feel love, thank you very much. I'll see you in a second, guys. So what am I going to build today? Well, I'm still waiting for 10th edition to arrive up. There was a little kerfluffle from GW to the third party persons. So the earliest it should arrive up to me is Monday. The latest will be Tuesday. So everyone else got the Leviathan box and they're all happy days, and I'm sitting here like, what in the blue blazing hell? Anyway, let's crack on. So today I'm going to build this box. Now this is Zoanthropes, yeah, or it can be used to make these guys, Zoanthropes. I'm going to go with these guys. Okay, you can make these guys, which are just menacing enough, or you can go with these guys. I'm going to go with these guys. So as always, I'm going to pop the box open and we'll have a look at bits and pieces, and then we'll go through tools needed. Right, so as always, for everyone that's new, I go through the little data sheet just to give you guys a heads up of how good these guys are. So this is the Zoanthrope. Movement of 8, which is quite tasty. I believe it's a synapsis creature as well. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it is. 3+ weapon skill, 3+ ballistic skill, strength 5, toughness 5, 4 wounds piece, which is not bad. Strength 5 attacks, leadership 5, which is not that great. 4+ armor save. These guys are armed with the tendril bits, which is a melee weapon. Same strength as the user, which is strength 5. It's -1 AP and it's 1 damage apiece. So the unit of 3 of those, you can really be causing like 15 damage. Really, it's not too bad. Against a Space Marine, you'd be wounded on a 3+, and they'd be saving on a 4+. So it's not too bad. The Zoanthropes, however you pronounce that word. Tyranid players, let me know. 6-inch movement, which is not that great. 5+ in combat, 3+ from shooting. Strength 5, toughness 5, 4 wounds apiece, 2 attacks, leadership 9, it's a 5+ armor save they have. The Zoanthropes, now I believe these guys are psychic. Now psychic's changing in 10th, so the psychic attack will be in the shooting phase, so it's slightly different probably now, but by the time this goes up it'll probably be different what you're looking at, but this is what we're looking at now. It's a 6-inch movement. This is the Zoanthrope. 6-inch movement, weapon skill 5+, ballistic skill 3+, strength 5, toughness 5, 6 wounds, 2 attacks, leadership 10, and 5+ armor save. Now, with that said, probably not this build because I've done this now, but the next Let's Build, I probably won't be showing you this because it's all different now. But I thought I'd give you a heads up. Now, the Zoanthrope, that's what he looks like. Yeah, now, so if you bought a box of these and you had a unit of these already and you were going to add 2 more into this to make a unit of 5, you could also make the 3rd one into one of these. Yeah, or if you had 3 of these already and you was making a unit of 5, you could have one to make one of these. So anyway, let's go through tools needed as usual. Model line scraper. Now you can use a hobby knife or a surgical blade or something like that. If you're using a bladed tool, just be careful because it's sharp, and just let anyone know that you're in the house that you're doing that, so nobody scares you and you cut yourself by accident. Clippers, most useful part of our kit. I do have sanding sponge and sanding block. You find them in a hardware shop near the sandpaper or the wallpaper, somewhere in that area. It's a plastic kit, so plastic glue. I do have super glue at hand, just in case. Now what we do is, what I do now guys, for everyone that's new, we'll have a look at the sprue and see what we can ascertain, because then it makes our job a little bit easier when building the model. Now I can already see that these are the brain parts for the psychic bugs I'm doing. Look at that. That's for the neurothrope person. There's his spinal bit as well. Absolutely crazy ass pieces. Again, these are some more brain bug bits. There's the Zoanthrope tentacles. There's their little tendril things. Look at that. Absolutely, that's beautiful. Again, this is another one the same. A lot of these pieces are like, what do we do here? What do we do here? That's a body piece. That's a body piece I can see there. So I'm going to finish getting set up, and then I'm going to come back to you guys with the first pieces. It's a bit of pain, so 3 sprues. So the first piece we need to make these zoanthropes is 8, 9 or 10. Yeah, well there's number 10. Okay, that's what they all look like. So 8, 9 or 10, there's number 10. We'll need all 3 pieces anyway, so I'm going to start at number 10. Then we need number 5, 6 or 7. Let's have a look. Well, there's number 5. So I'm going to grab that piece. So I'm going to grab 5 and 10. But again, you need all 3 of these pieces, but it's optional what part you use, left side and right side. So I'm going to snip those 2 pieces off and then show you, come back, clean them, and come back and show you how they go together. Yeah, so these 2 pieces, you can see the little grooves on the top there. These got these little bits that stick up. They're just slots in there like so. Okay, so I'm going to glue it into place and we'll come back then for the next piece. Right, so that piece is there, but they're all the same. Yeah, to build them all is all the same. So just to show you what the other pieces are. Here's number 8. Okay, there's that lovely head. There's number 7. There's number 9. And number 6 is on its own on the other sprue. So I need 8 or 9, and then 7 or 6. So I'm going to grab, it's very easy to tell them apart. That's what they look like, but that's 8, 9 and 10 are the same, and they have the same little ridges on the top, yeah? 5, 6, 7 is the same as that. So they have no ridges sticking up, but they have the grooves on top to slot the ridges into. So I'm going to snip those off and clean those down and glue those together, and we'll come back down for the next pieces. Right, so this is where it gets a little bit, it's still cool because there's loads of different options here, but you got these pieces and the next pieces, okay? But you got the big ones and you got the small ones. Okay, so the way this works is, that's the top, that's the head. That's where the head's gonna go. So you got the top slot and the bottom slot. You can clearly see there's a size difference. So the big one would go in there, the small one would go in there. So there's 3 to go this side, big ones, 3 small ones to go this side, and 3 big ones to go that side, and 3 small ones to go that side. So the 3 big ones to go this side are 28, 30 and 32. So let me have a look, see. There's 32. Okay. Let's have a look. There's number 30. Okay. And there was 28. There's 28. There's 28. It's a bit mad, so I'm going to snip these 3 off, the 3, 28, 30 and 32, clean them down, and I'll show you gluing one in, and then I'll do the same thing for the smaller ones for the same side. Right, so with that being the top of the set, with some glue in that big slot, I'll take one randomly, and there's a little big groove on there, with the slots in there like so. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is do that on all 3 of them. course you don't want to stand up now. So the second one to show you again. So drop a bit of glue in there. They try not to, whenever you have little bits like that that stick out, try not to put glue on that because glue will melt it. Your bit that goes in there won't be there still. This is the last one, and then we'll come back for the smaller ones for that side. So the smaller ones for that side are 39, which is this bad boy here. We have 37, which is down this corner here. And we have 35, which is this bad boy here. So I'm going to snip them and clean them. I'll show you how one goes on, and it's very straightforward for the other two. So again, it's very straightforward. Chuck a bit of glue in there. Grab one randomly. It goes in. Like so. And what I do is I grab the glue, just run a little bit of excess glue around the bottom there, just to secure it in and get rid of that joint line. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other two, because it doesn't matter which one of these I use. They're both similar enough but different at the same time. So now I'm going to glue them in and then come back to the next piece. And so the other side is exactly the same, except there's only 3 big pieces left of these, and 3 of these small pieces left. There should be 34, 36 and 38. Well, there's 34 and 36. 38 is here on the same sprue. And the big pieces are 29, 31 and 33. So there's 33. This one here. So there's 29. And there's 31. So we'll snip those 3 big pieces off and snip the 3 small pieces off, and they go on exactly the same but the other side. Okay, bear in mind that's the top. I've just realised a dirty mould line along that top crest there that I missed here. It's alright, it's not an issue. If you do find anything like that, wait until the whole model's dry. And then you use sanding sponge, or even you can come in with your scraping tool carefully and just scrape it off. Or if you can't get to it, you just want a little bit of plastic glue along here to smelt the line away. Anyway, back to you in a minute. Well, so the piece we need now is number 4. It's just like this. There's 3 of them. So I'm going to snip it off, clean it down. I'll show you how one goes on, and then I'll just do the other 2 off camera. Well, it's really straightforward. So you have this. This little ridge at the top in the middle, yeah? That has to go to the top. When you put it together, see how it goes? Just straight in there. So that glues in there like that. Okay, so you want that hole in the middle. So I'm going to glue that in place and then take the other 2 off and glue those onto the other 2 pieces as well. So the next pieces that we need are 11 and 12. Now there's 3 sets of these. There's 3 number 11s and 3 number 12s. So they look exactly the same. So I'm going to strip them down, clean these down, and show you how they go together. Now bear in mind, we need that little pin that sticks out the bottom there. So the sprue basically ends just there. So this little bit here, we need that. Just bear that in mind when you're snipping it off. This is very straightforward to go in. There are some males and some females, pins and holes if you want to call them that, but the best way to do it is that's his jaw. Okay, his jaw's there as well. The best way to do it, you see how it lines up like that, just slides in nice and easy. Just get rid of that join line along there. So I'm going to glue that into place, snip the other 2 off and glue those together, and then come back to you for the next piece. Right, so the next thing we need are these lovely pieces, the head crests. We have 13, 14 and 15. They all look exactly the same, yeah, but don't get them confused with this one. This is for the character type. one of these. Okay, so I'm going to snip this one off, clean it down. I'll show you how it goes onto the brain part, and then I'll do the other two off camera. Right, show you this one because I snipped it off that one. There was a little pin on the front there. I snipped off the first one, then I realised it was there. There's a little hole there. It basically just sits over the top like that. Okay, so I'm going to, there we go. So I'm going to glue that into place, snip the other two off, and glue them on the same way, and come back for the next piece. The next piece we need is the body part. Now they are numbered 1, 2, and 3. I believe this one is number 3. Yep. It doesn't matter what body you have to go with what, you know, whatever body's here. So I'm going to snip all 3 of them off, clean them down, and come back and show you how one of them goes together. Yeah. And then I'll just do the other two off camera. The instructions have told me to glue it as forward as the base as possible. Yeah. I think in the instructions it's even closer to the edge, but I'm just going to have it there. Now, what we're going to do next, I'm going to take one random body, one random head, and that pin goes in there. Okay. So I'm going to glue that into place. Doesn't look like it fits in there nicely. It does, yeah. So I'm going to glue that into place on all 3 of them. And then I'm going to come back for the next piece. Right, so then what happens next is the hole in there, the pin there, that goes in there. So I'm going to glue them into place in all 3 of these guys. And then we'll come back for the next little pieces. Right, so first of all, I pitched one wrong. This the body part, that's how it's meant to go. So the hook on the back of the tail goes at the back of the model. And I did this one the wrong way around and then realised halfway through, but he's still standing, he's still fine. Might have to put something there just to weight him down a little bit, but that's grand. Right, so the next thing we need are these little talons. Okay, but there's 2 different sets, one for either side of the body. So the ones we're going to go with first are for this side of the body. Okay, so we need 22, 24 and 26. Well, there's 26. Look on the other sprue. So 22 and 24. There's 22. Yeah. And 24 is, of course, it's in the last sprue. 24 is in that corner there. So I'm going to snip them off, clean them down carefully without dropping them because they are small fiddly pieces. And I'll show you how one goes on, and then I'll just put the other 2 on the other guys. Well, you'll be forgiven if you don't use these small pieces because they are so small and fiddly. There's some horrible casting lines on them as well. But they basically go in that hole there. Okay, so I'm going to glue one in so I can show you. Take this horrible one. No, they didn't, did they? They didn't. They did. Holy smoky roads. Right, these 3, 22, 24 and 26 are actually the other side. The instructions tell me it's this side, but it's actually this side because there's the pin. Let's go in. There's no pins going this side. Ah, dearie me. Okay. So what I do then, I'll glue these ones on first actually. Nice and easy. Some horrible, horrible fiddly little bits. And there's some horrible casting lines on these things. I'm going to glue the other 2 in, and then we'll come back and we'll look for the other 3 pieces. Right, so 22, 24 and 26, the instructions are telling you it's this side, but they're not, they're actually this side. So that means 23, 25 and 27 are on this side, okay? Now I've glued this one in already just because I put glue in the slot. But there's only two types. So you've got the small single ones, which are the ones we're looking for, or you've got a double one. Okay, the double one's for later on. So I've got number 25 left and number 27. I'm going to snip those off and glue those on because they're going exactly the same hole but on the other side. And they'll come back down for the next piece. Right. When you're doing these little hands, I would take them all off the sprue. Okay. Don't even look at the instruction there. Just look where they go, because all of them have a little pin. Okay, and I'd put the ones with the pin that go on this side of the models on this side of the table, and the ones that go on that side of the table. Clean them all down, and then I'll just glue them. The reason I'm saying this to you is, if you start gluing like I did, start gluing one and then realise it's the wrong side, or start gluing them and then you drop one because they are very fiddly and small, and you can't find it, then there's going to be one missing an arm. Yeah, but with that said, I will get another box of these because these are absolutely fantastic sculpts, and it's always nice to have to say 2 units or something like this. And they make the other guys as well. So when I get the other box of these, if I'm making them as these, I will not put the little hands on. The little hands will just be disregarded. No interest in those because they're such fiddly little things and really annoying. So now, the last pieces of this model are the double-handed claws. So 2 claws, yeah. Now on the other side, there's 2 little knobbles, and they go, I'll show you where they go. They go in there. But what we're going to do is, look at, what number is this? 16. Now it's telling me 16 should be on this side, and that's correct. Okay, so I would presume the rest of them are correct as well. There's another one, number 20. Yep, you're on the correct side. So, okay, so I would presume that they're all correct. Number 17. Yep. So you're going to snip all these off because they only go on one way with the 2 knobble bits. So this is number 17. This is for this side of the model. So I'm going to snip all those off, clean them all down, and I'm going to show you how one set goes on, and then I'll show you the other 2 off camera then. Right, so I'll take this model, make a bit of glue in there, so you can see it just in there. Now I have mixed all these up whilst I was cleaning, but it doesn't matter, because as I said, there's only 2 little nubble bits that go in, they just slot in, nice and easy. Now, these are very sharp, these points, so be careful I stab myself in the finger. If you find, see a little bit there that you can't clean off, don't panic, just grab your plastic glue, just run it along the front and then get rid of it. Looking the arm out. Of course I would, wouldn't I? Now the other side, I'll do this one and I'll go off camera and do the others. Little knobbles, and it goes. And like I said before, guys, if you find yourself, you put a model together and you find casting lines afterwards, don't panic, because all you have to do is just wait for it all to dry and then just go through and just sort it out. Now if you have giant fingers like me and you struggle with getting things like in, this is where your hopping knife comes into play. And just drop a little bit of glue. A bit more point of contact. Then I'm going to go off camera and do the other 2 and I'll come back to you again. So there we have it, guys. Very, very nice, very easy. Zoanthropes are these guys called? Yeah, Zoanthropes. Absolutely fantastic sculpts, fantastic models. Difficulty rating, I'd probably give these guys a 4. and that's a heavy 4. The reason why is those little arms are so fiddly. The casting lines of some of these pieces are absolutely a nightmare. Even with the headpiece, you clean off the little bits of sprue line where you clip them off the sprue. But even along the ridges here, there's casting lines, very faint ones, but you still can see them. But all in all, putting them together, absolutely fantastic. Just those little arms and the mould lines. Now, this kit is an amazing kit as well, because I now have all these pieces left over. I can use some of these on chaos spawns to make chaos spawns. I can use some of these on other Tyranid creatures to make, like if I was making a Tyranid warrior prime, I could use this headpiece instead of his normal crest, which is absolutely, would make him stand out so much more on the battlefield. You know, or I could give him like this head, all the tentacles on his mouth. But this lovely little piece that could go on his back. This is, you know, even if you're making a Hive Tyrant, you can use this piece or use this piece. There's just so many amazing pieces here to use. Just absolutely fantastic. Anyway, enough of that, me thinking ahead of different projects to do. If you've enjoyed this video, it's helped you in any way, guys, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so, because it helps the channel in a massive way. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. And if everyone would just smash that thumbs up button, so it triggers YouTube to share this video with more and more people and build this lovely community we have here. And guys, for everyone that's supported the channel for such a long time, watch all the videos I put up and comment on videos and everything else, guys, thank you very much, because it means a hell of a lot to me. I'm going to bring you down to show you some pretty pictures. Hopefully Temp will be arriving tomorrow, I hope. Knowing my luck, it'll be Tuesday. But in the meantime, I'm just going to keep plugging away, keep working away. I was going to build Marvel Crisis Protocol starter box when I heard that, when I got the information 10th wasn't be arriving until, you know, Monday or Tuesday. And I thought no, because 10th edition is this weekend, so everyone's on 10th edition. No one's looking at Marvel Crisis Protocol, so that's why I didn't do that. So I'm going to crack on with everything else I can do. But anyway, guys, that's enough of me waffling. I'll bring you down some pretty pictures. Until next time, take it easy.